oh, are you guys a couple? I was like, dude, this is so like gross and weird.
Say hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys. So we're gonna do your question and answer video. Ready?
Sure. She kind of has me nervous. I don't know why you guys all want to know about me.
First question is, where did we meet?
Where did we meet?
Where did we meet?
Church.
At church.
Not quite the story that you probably think.
What does that mean?
I had a friend in high school who had met Felicia, and he brought him with her to go to like...
I'm a him. Brought her with him.
Yeah.
You said brought him.
Brought her with him to go to like a church thing for Christmas. I don't know what it was. Like a play or something. I don't know. But he invited me too, so that was like the first time that I met her.
Yeah.
And the rest is history, I guess.
How old are you? How old are we? I'm 25.
And I'm 28.
And Crony's 6 months. What is the age difference between all the boys?
2 years each.
So
Hunter's 4, Keegan's 2,
and Cronin's
6 months.
So Hunter and Keegan are almost exactly 2 years apart. They're 2 years
to the month.
In what? 22 days
22
apart?
22 days, because Hunter's is October 5th, and then Keegan's October 27th.
And then Crony's 2 months after that.
So he's 2 years, 2 months.
Yeah, and so his is December 16th. What does Tavish do?
I'm a respiratory therapist.
He's a respiratory therapist, guys. He has a job. They want to know because you're gone so long, like what you do.
Oh, okay. So the way my work schedule's set up, and I guess a lot of people that work in the medical field, is that I obviously work 12-hour shifts. So even though it's not 40 hours a week, 36 hours is considered full-time because it's 3 12-hour shifts. So the way mine works is basically I work 3 12s at the end of 1 week and 3 12s at the beginning of the next, and then it allows me to have a gap of a week in between. So I basically work 1 week on, 1 week off, which is really nice with the kids and Felicia, but unfortunately a little rough on the week, my work week, but it's nice because I have a week off at a time. So really for vacations and stuff, I don't even have to take time off.
Because he's just off for a week.
Because I'm off for a week at a time, and lets us do a lot of like fun family outings and stuff, and really, I mean, it pays off. I work nights too, which originally Felicia wasn't too fond of. She
I don't
thought
like
that it was
staying by
gonna be worse.
myself, but it actually works out better.
Yeah, I get to see them more that way. Because before, the way that it was, I'd leave in the morning.
Before they woke up.
5:30 in the morning, before anybody would wake up, and I'd get home basically
when they go to bed.
Well, most of the time I'd get back after they'd go to bed because I work an hour away. So I wouldn't get off till like 7, and then by the time I got home it'd be like 8.
Too late.
They'd be in bed. But now I get home
take Hunter to school.
Yeah, I get home in the morning enough to take Hunter to school, spend like an hour or so with Keegan and the Felicia and Cronin, and then
sometimes he lets me go back to sleep.
It's not how tired I am. What day of the week?
And then usually we'll see him for like an hour before he goes to work.
Yeah, and then I try and wake up for an hour or 2 hours before I go to work.
Which kid is the easiest? In your opinion, who do you think is the easiest?
Which kid is the easiest? I would say currently at the moment, it's probably Hunter.
Yeah, I say Hunter right now.
Only because he's gotten to the age now where he can do a lot of stuff for himself. So he doesn't obviously need diapers changed anymore.
Yeah, no.
He knows when to ask for the things that he wants. He talks really well and can understand really well. So he'll ask for exactly what he wants. He'll help with Cronin a lot, keep him occupied and stuff. He's a really good big brother.
He is.
So I would say at the time...
Right now.
it's Hunter. However, That changes on a month-to-month basis depending on what stage they're going
But it
through.
also depends on like a day-to-day basis too, because like some days the baby's just being super easy for the day, some days he's having a meltdown, some days Keegan's having a meltdown. Sometimes, but especially like when Hunter started school, when he got home, he would have like meltdowns because he was so tired. So
Yeah.
I think it just depends.
I would say probably like a few months ago though, it was
Keegan,
because Hunter was going through a stage where he was just very like rebellious, I would guess you would say, and Keegan's kind of
like
reached that
pushing
stage
the boundaries.
now.
Yeah, it's Keegan's
But at that time, Keegan was, and still is, he was very independent, and he hadn't reached that rebellious stage yet, so he kind of just occupied himself and wasn't really making too many waves in the house. So at that time, it was Keegan. So
it changes.
yeah,
Quite
I
often.
mean, you can't really say it's one or the other like over a long period of time. It's with a large family and a lot of kids. I mean, it's just one of those things that changes.
What are our dogs' names? Hannah is the light one.
She's the brown and black.
They're both German Shepherds.
We had her first. They're both German Shepherds.
She's the youngest though.
Yeah, and Cole, basically
black
when
one.
we moved here, Hannah was like digging a lot of holes and stuff. She wasn't very occupied. So we thought maybe she needed a friend to try and, I mean, she was like attention seeking a lot, which is fine. But when we have 3 small kids too, it could be a little overwhelming at times.
But we did get Cole before we had Cronin.
Yeah. But like I said, when you have 3 kids as young as we do, it gets a little taxing at times. So we got her a friend hoping it would help.
But we lucked out. We got Cole at the shelter, like a rescue, right?
Yeah.
And we adopted him, and he is sometimes better than Hannah.
Yeah, his mannerisms are great. He's an awesome dog.
And they're so good with the kids.
He's really well behaved. And they basically clicked from the get-go.
Mm-hmm.
I think Cole basically was like, oh my god, I got to get out of prison and go straight to a nice, cute young lady. So I think his dreams were pretty much fulfilled. So, and then Hannah, on the other hand, she got a friend to play with all the time. So
yeah, so they do really well together.
it's pretty funny though, because although Hannah's the female and she's younger, she's definitely the alpha out of the 2.
Yeah.
She puts Cole in his place and lets her know that she was here first, and it's her territory, which Cole doesn't seem to care too much. He just is happy to be here. So. Yeah.
What is one material thing you couldn't live without?
What's yours? I could probably guess a few for you.
Like, okay, but do they mean like...
Any material thing. I mean...
So would Diet Pepsi be a material thing?
Yeah, I would say that would classify. I mean, I would classify...
I'd say either Diet Pepsi or my cell phone. Is
Yeah,
that fair for me?
that would be fair for you, definitely.
For Tab? See, I feel like he'd want a book,
Yeah.
but I don't know which book he'd read over and over again if he could
I
only
would
have
just
one.
say mine in general. I would say books, but since that's kind of vague, I would just classify my whole library.
That's a huge thing. Then I'll say the whole pantry.
But it's one thing though.
Okay,
I mean,
okay. I'll give you that. Okay. What's your favorite movie?
My favorite movie? Ooh, that's a tough one. I'd have to think about that one a little bit.
Right now, the kids' favorite movie is Trolls. It is playing nonstop at our house. Connie, what's your favorite movie? You like movies? You like movies?
Well, I'm a huge horror fan, so
He doesn't know.
I don't know. That
guys.
one would be difficult.
That's a hard
Honestly,
one.
I think my favorite movies, and we've been watching them lately too, would be Indiana Jones.
Indiana.
Only because I have like a huge love of history, and Indiana Jones to me growing up was like, he liked history and everything, but he was kind of like a badass, and he went on all these adventures and kind of was like a ladies' man, and
Are you
I don't know.
know.
So I would say Indiana Jones.
And
And my favorite one would probably be I don't know, man. That's rough.
Tab could tell you my favorite movie. I'm easy. Favorite movie of all time?
Titanic.
No!
Favorite movie of all time?
All time. I could watch it over and over
Oh.
again, and I'd still cry.
Armageddon.
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 And you know what makes me really sad? That they gave that movie such bad reviews. It is such a good movie, you guys.
I give her a hard time all the time because I'm like, oh, this movie is so scientifically inaccurate, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, it's not too bad of a movie.
I like watching
okay.
2012 too.
Yeah. It's what a movie should be. It's entertaining. So.
Does Tavish have any tattoos?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, he has.
I got a few. I got this one on my arm. It's my family's coat of arms.
He's got like a naked nurse on his side. We have matching tattoos right here.
So mine says be the one to guide me, and it's got a ship wheel, and hers says
but never let me down.
It's got an anchor. And then
he's got some nurse on his leg.
And then yeah, I got this one on my leg. It's bad decisions when you're a kid.
No, worst decisions. He has a Metal Militia, like, crappiest looking tattoo on his side, and this like star that only has 3 points because he couldn't get it finished because his homie at a park couldn't finish.
Those were okay. When you're young, you think tattoos are super cool. I didn't like know anybody at the time that really did tattoos, so the Metal Militia skull. My aunt. This is a bad story, but she knew somebody that had just gotten out of jail that did tattoos in jail. So he had like a homemade gun, and he gave me that tattoo on my side, which I saw him unwrap the string and everything. Yes, it was
clean.
Clean. That wasn't something that was previously used. And then, yeah, I got like this really bad star on my side.
I wouldn't call it a star, I'd call it 3 points.
Yeah, anyways, that was done with like, there's even a name for those kind of tattoos too. I don't know, I'm not into those. Some people, that's all they're into. Like where you take a needle and you just do it in the tattoo ink. Anyways, we didn't do it because we were into those kind of tattoos. We just did it because we were young and dumb, but yeah, I have a few tattoos. Oh, and then we got these things on our...
Oh yeah, I forgot about these. It says love, like if we hold hands, if we like hold hands, it says love, but it'd be the opposite way.
It used to say
L-O-V-E.
Now mine used to say L-O, now it says like
LC.
LC. Because, you know, I'm the LC king at work. I always put myself down to get called off, spend time with my family.
I have a bow there, a star there. We have matching tattoos here, and then I have 2 of Audrey Hepburn there. I have writing on my back that says love never fails in German, and then I have a crappy piece on my side that was supposed to be cherry blossoms, but that person did a crappy job.
Yeah. I think I want to get more eventually, but at this point in my life, it's just not the most important thing to me anymore.
This was my favorite question coming up. Who is the older blonde kid?
Hunter?
No, your brother.
Oh, yeah, that's my brother. So there's 12 years between us. So obviously, I mean, he's still in high school.
He's our adopted son.
Yeah, pretty much. So he's around a lot. My mom, she has a weird schedule too. So she's kind of like works the opposite of when he's at school. Or no, works when
he's at school. Like.
Anyways, yeah. So their schedules conflict. So he hangs out with us a lot. That's who the older blonde kid is.
Yep.
He's my brother.
Oh, I gotta tell you guys a funny story though. When we had Hunter, Tav will hate this story. When we had Hunter, Tav and his mom went to was it a play or something at your school? At this school, was it a play?
Yeah.
And one of his old teachers thought that was Tav's wife, and that was their baby.
It was so bad. Okay. I literally had to like quit going places with my mom because I got so tired of people saying like, oh, are you guys a couple? I was like, dude, this is so like gross and weird. But my mom was only 18 when she had me, so.
And it's funny, like when Aiden goes places with us, they always think that that's like Tav's older kid, and I'm the stepmom, I guess. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would have had to be really young. No, that's my brother. Good kid though.
Do you want to answer this?
Love you, Aiden.
Yeah, we love you. Are we having more kids? We don't know.
That's for fate and God to decide.
Who is the most patient of the two? Me.
Oh yeah. Dad.
I would say I have the most patience.
I'm trying to get better, but yeah, patience is definitely not a virtue I was born with. It's one that's slowly being acquired.
Does Felicia just stay at home?
No. Well, I mean, she is a stay-at-home mom to an extent, but she owns her own business and works. I mean, she runs her business from her house, so in that sense, that she does stay home. But by no means does she just like sit at home all day.
If you guys don't know, I run an Etsy shop. It's called Thread Me Not, and I make car seat canopies for babies.
And she busts her butt.
Yeah, I do.
She has to work a lot, actually. She dedicates like 2 to 3 days a week, like literally like sewing all day long.
Because we only can get a babysitter, you know, a couple days a week. So otherwise, I'm sure when they get older, if I'm still doing this, it'll be easier. Like I'll just go outside every for 2 hours a day or something like that. You know what I mean? But right now I have to like compact it into like 2 days. So I'm literally out there all day long.
And I don't mean like a regular work day, like all day long. I mean like she's out there at like 9 in the morning, 10 in the morning till about 9 or 10 at night.
Yeah. Okay, last question, which is not really a question. Tips for having 3 kids. What are your tips?
Tips for having 3 kids?
Patience. Patience is one of them.
Yeah, lots of patience.
I don't think that it's...
I hope that you don't like really have to have time for yourself anymore. If you're the kind of person that like you need me time, or like you're your own, like you have to be part of your own world, then slow down.
or space them more apart. I would say that, yeah, it's a little difficult having them all so close in age, but at the same time it also has its like perks too, because they all get along so well, and I feel like none of them really get like jealous, I feel like, too much, because they've always just kind of known each other, you know what I mean?
There's not really that sibling rivalry as much. I mean, it's still there, obviously, because they're brothers, and that's always the way brothers will be, but it's none of them really feel like one came in and like butted the other one out, because Hunter was so young when Keegan was born that he doesn't really remember how it was to just be by himself, and Keegan obviously has always had a brother.
Yeah.
So.
And Keegan wasn't really jealous of Cronin, and the only big age gap is Hunter and Cronin, but Hunter loves Cronin. Like Hunter adores Cronin.
Yeah, and even I mean 4 years isn't really that big
of
an age gap. Anyways.
Me and my sister are 7 years apart. But other than that, I would just say, yeah, patience.
Yeah. Lots and lots of patience is probably the most important thing.
I feel like it gets easier. Like, if you have them so close together. Like, I feel like now that Cronin's, like, 6 months old, it's kind of gotten a little bit easier. Because now he just, like, he'll sleep and take naps. And he's just a little bit easier to manage now.
Yeah. And I think when they're young, obviously, I mean, when they're in diapers and stuff, that's like pretty difficult, and just when they're all really young, it's tough because you can't go certain places, you can't do certain things. I mean, you can tell people, oh yeah, well, we can hang out if we can find a babysitter for 3 kids.
Yeah, exactly.
Or like, yeah, we can go to this place, but we have to leave by this time, which most of the time is before everything fun really starts. But honestly, as they get older, like,
I think it'll be so much fun.
It just becomes more and more fun. Like this last week, we went to Yosemite, and we took them hiking, and that was a blast.
We didn't take the baby though. My Nana watched him, but we just wanted to get a feel for it and see if we liked doing it or whatever.
But now they're kind of getting to the age where we can go camping, we can go fishing, we can go do all this fun like outdoorsy stuff, and not really have to worry about it so much. So that's really fun.
I think, like, if you're ever having a bad day, sometimes I just like to think about the future. Like, it'll be so much fun once they get bigger, you know what I mean? Like, we can go do all these fun things as a family. Like, well, nobody will ever be, like, bored ever because there's always somebody to play with. There's always somebody to go do something with, you know?
Yeah. Also, a piece of advice that I would probably give is there's no like one specific right way to parent your kids. And everybody, I don't even know how to say this. A lot of people like to point fingers and say, oh, you shouldn't be doing that, or like, that isn't the way that you should parent them, or I don't know what I'm trying to say, this or that. But really, you just have to do what works for you.
Yeah.
I mean, even our 3 kids being raised in the same environment by the same parents are completely different, and our approach of parenting has to be completely
different
catered to each one, individually fixed. So.
But I think the funnest thing about having 3 kids is just seeing their different personalities. They each have such different personalities, and like their different likes and stuff.
I said too, that's so weird because they're raised in the same environment with the same people, but. That's just kids and people.
But he's getting fussy, and that was the last question. So if you have any more questions, go ahead and leave them below. We'll probably do another Q&A in the future. Don't forget to follow us on Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram. They're all at Felicia Nicole. Or if you want to follow Tavish on Instagram, it's Tavish _ Jones. I'll leave the link below. And yeah, so go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. Help us reach 1,000 subscribers.
We're almost there.
We're almost there, you guys.
And for everybody that has liked and subscribed already, thank you so much. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, we do. But
and we hope to continue to share our journey with you.
But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye, guys.
Bye.